Okay, it's 7:06, we're about to go. I'm up first. I'll try and get DVR as much as I can throughout the day. It's about to get crazy. It's gonna get wild. Alexa, turn off the bedroom. Morning, Kanye.
Yeah, whoa, last time I checked, I'm still hot. Real hot, kept it dope without a pill pop. Bill Cos, steady climbing to the hilltop. Tip top, did it all off of a tip.
We have made it to Mayhem 2024. Charles and I woke up at the crack of dawn, obviously. We got on a plane and we were here at the track by 9 a.m. The caveat is we only have about a third of our quads actually built. So we're here early, everybody's setting up the track, and Charles and I are building quads. I'll talk through my setup here in a little bit, but basically we have a fleet of Light Switch Ultras and Light Switch V2s to have kind of a mix of performance and also reliability. And the idea is that I'll have 3 and 3, and Charles will have 3 and 3, and we're gonna share radios, and I don't know. Basically, it's the day before the race. We're super unprepared. We didn't know we were gonna be coming until Actually, we didn't know we were gonna be coming until yesterday. We booked the flights, we got on, we're flying for Team White Goat, and we wanna win. So that's what we're gonna try and do, but this is the journey of how that happens. Right now, we have no quads, no track, nobody's here, and we're gonna make it happen. Come along for the ride. So it's 10:17 a.m. right now, and this is what the build table looks like. None of these work. These are Charles' open class quads. These are the Ultras that are in process of being built at the moment. Armando had these Light Switch V2s that he let us take, so we have 6 of those, but the Ultras are what we want for going fast. And at 10:17, this is what they look like. Basically, the stacks are on. We're running the Hobbywing stack, the heads-up motors. We're too lazy / don't have enough time to turn the ESCs to make them fit between the standoffs, because you have to resolder the power leads, cut or move the capacitor and all that. So we're actually running the stack sideways like this. And basically, Charles is doing the soldering, and I'm trying to do everything else to be useful, because if you didn't know, I suck at soldering. And Charles does not. That is really pretty. It's now 11:21, so about an hour later, and when I left you an hour ago, Charles was soldering motors and just finished the first one. Well, now he's finished soldering 6, all of them, and then now we're figuring out how we want to do the stack. Team White Goat is doing all analog and ghost. So we have a Ghost Hybrid Duo board on here. Charles came up with the idea to do 3 gummies and then 1 no gummy to zip tie it to it, and then run our antenna like this. We're running the 45mm true RC antennas. All of the parts are in the description below. But Charles is now setting these puppies up. And honestly, we're really close to having the builds done at this point. We have to solder the XC60s on. We have to put the hybrid boards on, which are only like 7 wires or something total, and then we'll be in a really good place. But we're only pretty much an hour and a half in, and in a really great spot so far. But we haven't seen if they actually work yet. You'll find out about that in a little bit. Part of my job is taping down the motor wires, which sounds like an easy job, but there's a right way to do it, in my opinion. I figured while I'm doing it, I'll show you how I like to do it. I, especially when I was younger, was a super big perfectionist about it, and figured I would show you the fastest, best way to tape down your motor wires while I do it for the 6th time. You get your electrical tape. In my opinion, it's very important to use electrical tape. You don't get a ton. I've seen so many people pull out like a mile. You really only need the distance from the tip of your pointer finger to the first knuckle. That is the perfect amount to wrap 1.5 times around the arm, in my experience, which is just enough. They say when you're trying to build a light quad, you know, the little things add up, so you don't want to have too much electrical tape. But you need about a length that much. Again, pretty much the perfect length for your pointer finger. Go ahead and cut 4 of those pieces out for yourself, and then we'll tape it all down. So you'll end up with your electrical tape on the table like so, and then all you're gonna do is flip your quad over, and you come, especially on like the Light Switch Ultra, the arm kind of flares out a little bit, as you'll see at the very bottom. You wanna go right to where it becomes a perfectly straight rectangle, which is just a little bit, you'll see just a little bit outside the flare there. You're then gonna take your motor wires, pull them tight, you grab them, pull, get them nice and straight, then you pin down with your thumb. You wrap tightly on the first wrap until you get 1 full completion, and then after that you wrap very loose so that it doesn't peel up. If you wrap electrical tape tight all the way around, it'll have tension there, which will then start to pull it off. But if you wrap tight the first one and then loose the second, then it will never ever come off, and you'll have a beautifully taped motor wire. Something I'm oddly picky about, and I'm not picky about many things, but that is definitely one of them. So tape your motor wires like that and you'll thank me later. It's now 12:28, 1 hour later, and all the stacks are soldered up, the cameras are soldered up, the hybrids are prepped. Mike Duran is here, and we are about to solder on the XT60s, solder up the hybrid board, which are each just 4 wires each, and then it's back to flashing and flying. Hopefully everything's going too good right now, too good. So I'm a little worried, but things are going smooth. Quads are looking great, and only problem right now I'd say is just allergies. Charles and I are both feeling a little weird. Bunch of allergies here in spring, sunny Texas, but yeah, things are going good so far, and keep you in the loop. All right, so what time is it? It's 4 o'clock now.
4 o'clock.
My last update was at like noon, so.
We got all 12 quads set up.
Boom. Boom. And we're about to
Funny
shred.
enough, just clicking through everything, every beta flight setting.
We're about to shred.
But we are gonna shred.
Oh my God, let's go on for the track walk now. This is what the track ended up looking like Colby SFPV. And at a drone race to do a track walk where the track designer basically tells you where to go, what not to do, what to do. That's the guy who designed the track right there.
To protect pilots and not
Over hurdle. Yep. Over hurdle.
above.
Area racing 30.4, rec 157.3.
Here we have a track fly through from Fire Serpent, going through the start finish gate, over the tee in a big long straightaway into what I would consider a slalom section, through our ascension gate, up a dive gate to the top gate, through a low section around this flag, and over the hurdle into a little switchback. Next, a new element I'd never seen before, this dive gate section I thought was really cool, followed by a really low and fast sweeper around the flag and over the hurdle, and mirroring that in a high and fast section, spiral down and going into another lap over this tee. The straightaway really showed off their RPM limit, getting in a battle and showing all those quads at exactly 24,000 RPM. A lot of great places to pass as well. I felt this hurdle section right here was a great way to kind of jump in front of somebody. The dive gate section was pretty hard in the wind, in my opinion, and then the battles through the sweeper were awesome. Here was a great place to pass around the flag, and really just overall awesome track design by Colby SFPV, in my opinion. For a 12-hour long race, you don't want something too open, you don't want something too technical, and this was a great track, giving you places to battle, but also really good places to pass, because over 12 hours and different teams at different skill levels, it's important to have that. Great flying by Fire Serpent, and hope you enjoy the track.
2, 1, this one's done.
Good job, boys. Good job.
So Charles had a full head-on collision with this gate. I bet that's you. Oh yeah, look. Oh my God. So we go full throttle over the tee there. We're supposed to go above this gate, but Charles literally went straight into
Look at that 90-degree right there.
Well, good thing we built a lot of them.
Right, exactly.
Sorry I haven't done a great job filming, but it's 9 o'clock on Friday night. Mayhem is tomorrow. The race starts at 7:08. We're planning to roll out of the house by 6 a.m. Practice went great. I'll put the results up on the screen. We technically got first. That's awesome. Granted, Flight Club didn't have Amari. They didn't have Dubicki. Some of the teams didn't run maybe their fastest guys all the time. We didn't either, granted, so it's not a perfect indicator of what the actual results are going to be, I would say. We felt great, I felt great, had some good flying. I would say some people got warmed up faster than others. Some people trying to get their confidence that maybe they didn't get as much as they wanted. From what I saw today, I think it's going to be the closest Mayhem ever, one of the most intense Mayhems ever, and I'm excited to be a part of it, for sure. With any team event, something I take very seriously is not only my own performance, but trying to instill others to perform at their best as well. So throughout the day tomorrow, you know, we're gonna get tired, I'm gonna get tired, we're gonna get frustrated. I really wanna focus on making sure I perform at my best, but really making sure I help everyone else perform at their best as well, because that's what's going to win the race. Consistency over time, remembering the little things over time, and it's not going to be one at the beginning, it's not going to be one at the end, it's going to be one in the middle. And I think we have a really deep team, a really talented team, and I really think we can do this. But Wrecked, Flight Club, HD0, all these other teams, they're really good. Baylands, there's a lot of talent out there, and everybody wants to win. And with the track and with the RPM limit and stuff, it's gonna be close.
Oh, good times.
Oh my gosh.
Look, you're cracking.